Hello everyone. Welcome to the Stock Minds web channel. In an environment where many biotech and medtech names struggle to turn a profit, Delcath Systems, Nasdaq DCTH, has delivered a standout performance in Q2 2025, showing both accelerating growth and improving margins. For long-term investors hunting for underappreciated opportunities, Delcath's recent results suggest it may be entering a new phase, moving from a speculative clinical stage story toward a more commercialized, cash-generating business. In this video, we will dive into Delcath Systems' recent earnings, stock performance and valuation, growth potential, and the risks investors should consider. About Delcath Systems. Founded in 1988, Delcath Systems is an interventional oncology company focused on treating primary and metastatic liver cancers. The company combines a drug, melphalan, with a device-based delivery system to selectively perfuse the liver and reduce systemic exposure to the chemotherapy. In the U.S., their product is marketed under the name HEPZATO KIT, melphalan plus delivery system, for hepatic delivery, and in Europe, they promote the device-only configuration under the trade name ChemoSat. Delcath Systems' financial performance. Delcath Systems delivered an impressive financial performance in Q2 2025, highlighting its strong momentum toward sustained profitability. The company reported revenue of $24.16 million, a 211.05% increase from $7.77 million in Q2 2024, reflecting accelerating adoption of its liver-directed therapy platform. Earnings per share (EPS) also turned positive at 7 cents compared to a loss of 48 cents in the same quarter last year, marking a significant 114.58% improvement. On a trailing 12-month TTM basis, revenue surged 491.35% to $70.24 million, up from $11.88 million a year earlier, while EPS improved by 102.51% to 6 cents, compared with -$2.39 previously. Free cash flow per share, TTM, also showed a strong turnaround, climbing from -$1.34 to 11 cents, an increase of 108.21%, indicating that the company is beginning to generate meaningful cash from operations. Profitability metrics were robust, with a gross profit margin of 85.86%, net profit margin of 3.18%, and free cash flow margin of 5.51%, reflecting efficient cost management and improving scale. Additionally, Delcath reported a return on assets of 4.15% and a return on equity of 3.57%, supported by an exceptionally low debt-to-equity ratio of 0.01, demonstrating a healthy balance sheet with minimal leverage. Over the past 5 years, Delcath Systems' revenue has been growing at a 130.3% CAGR due to the commercialization of HEPZATO KIT, which started in 2024. Net income and free cash flow turned positive in 2025, and the company is still in the early phase of scaling its business. Delcath Systems' fiscal 2025 financial forecast. Looking ahead, analysts forecast 2025 revenue of $94.55 million, representing a 154.12% increase from 2024's $37.21 million, and expect EPS of 6 cents, a 106.45% improvement from a loss of 93 cents in 2024. Reflecting this optimistic outlook, Wall Street analysts have assigned a strong buy rating with a price target of $24.33, implying 125.28% upside potential, while the most bullish forecast reaches $31 per share, suggesting as much as 187.04% potential upside from current levels. DCTH stock price performance and valuation. At the time this video was created, the stock was trading at $10.80 per share. Delcath Systems stock has gained 26.7% over the past year, outperforming the S&P 500's 18.2% increase during the same period. This strong one-year performance reflects growing investor confidence in the company's improving fundamentals and commercial progress. However, over the longer 5-year period, Delcath shares remain down 7.9%, significantly underperforming the S&P 500's 93.6% gain, largely due to its earlier pre-commercialization stage and historical losses. In terms of valuation, the company trades at a price-to-sales PS ratio of 5.18 on a trailing 12-month basis, with a forward PS of 4.11. Its price-to-earnings PE ratio stands at 198.39, with a forward PE of 185, while the price-to-free cash flow PFCF ratio is 97.34. Although these multiples appear high at first glance, they are typical for a rapidly growing biotech firm that has only recently turned profitable. The high valuations primarily reflect the market's anticipation of future earnings expansion, rather than current profits. As revenue and margins continue to scale, these ratios are likely to compress, creating an opportunity for multiple contraction and potential share price appreciation. Delcath Systems growth potential. Delcath Systems growth potential remains robust, driven by several factors. 1. Revenue growth trajectory and market penetration. Delcath Systems demonstrated exceptional revenue momentum in Q2 2025, achieving total revenue of $24.2 million compared to $7.8 million in the same quarter of 2024, representing an increase of over 200% year-over-year. The primary driver was HEPZATO kit revenue of $22.5 million, which surged from $6.6 million in Q2 2024, while CHEMOSAT contributed $1.7 million compared to $1.2 million previously. This growth trajectory positioned Delcath to exceed its full-year 2025 guidance of between $93 to $96 million in total revenue, representing more than 150% growth over 2024. The company's ability to consistently expand its treatment center network, with 20 active U.S. centers and an additional 10 accepting referrals by Q2 2025, demonstrates strong operational scalability and physician adoption. The interventional oncology market itself is projected to grow at a CAGR of 8.1% from 2024 to 2031, providing favorable tailwinds for sustained expansion. 2. Strategic market access expansion through NDRA program. The National Medicaid Drug Rebate Agreement (NDRA) entry represents a transformative strategic initiative that significantly expands Delcath's addressable market and treatment accessibility. This agreement, effective from Q3 2025, enables eligible hospitals to access 340B drug pricing while simplifying Medicaid access pathways. CEO Gerard Michel indicated this move is expected to drive at least 200% growth in total HEPZATO treatment volume for 2025 compared to 2024. The NDRA participation addresses a critical barrier to adoption by reducing cost hurdles for healthcare institutions, particularly large academic centers and hospitals serving underserved populations. While the statutory rebate requirement of 23.1% may impact per-unit pricing, the volume expansion potential more than compensates through increased market penetration. This strategic positioning in government healthcare programs creates sustainable competitive advantages and recurring revenue streams that are difficult for competitors to replicate. 3. Clinical pipeline diversification and indication expansion. Delcath's clinical development strategy demonstrates significant potential for market expansion beyond its current metastatic uveal melanoma indication. The company received FDA clearance for Phase 2 trials in liver-dominant metastatic breast cancer, with approximately 90 patients to be enrolled across 20-plus sites in the U.S. and Europe, addressing an estimated 7,000 annual U.S. patients in this indication. Additionally, the Phase 2 trial for liver-dominant metastatic colorectal cancer began patient dosing in September 2025, targeting between 6,000 and 10,000 annual U.S. patients receiving third-line treatment. These expanded indications represent substantial market opportunities, with results expected in between 2028 and 2029 that could multiply Delcath's total addressable market significantly. The European expansion through CHEMOSAT provides additional geographic diversification, with authorizations received for clinical studies in both EU and UK markets. This multi-indication, multi-geography approach reduces concentration risk while creating multiple value inflection points for sustained long-term growth. Risks to consider. While Delcath Systems looks like a great growth stock with reasonable valuation, we should be mindful of potential risks. 1. Commercialization and market adoption risk. As a recent commercial entrant, Delcath's success hinges on strong adoption of Hepzato by physicians and patients. Growth may be limited by slow hospital onboarding, competitive market pressures, and pricing challenges from Medicaid rebate programs like NDRA and 340B discounts. These factors could delay expanded access and lower treatment volumes unless the company accelerates hospital enrollment and navigates reimbursement hurdles efficiently. 2. Regulatory risk. Delcath recently received FDA approval for Hepzato in August 2023 and launched commercial sales in the U.S. by late 2023. However, the company has limited experience with commercializing this product. Failure to secure further timely regulatory approvals for current or future products could significantly impact its business operations and growth. Regulatory progress remains critical to expanding market access and sustaining Delcath's long-term viability. 3. Supply chain and manufacturing risk. Delcath depends on supply agreements for melphalan, the key chemotherapy drug used in Hepzato, sourced from specialized suppliers like Tillamed Laboratories. Any disruptions such as shortages of raw materials, inflation-driven cost increases, or manufacturing challenges could delay production, raise costs, or create product shortages. These issues would negatively affect Delcath's revenue, customer trust, and overall reputation, highlighting the vulnerability of its supply chain in supporting commercial operations. Conclusion. Delcath Systems shows strong momentum as it transitions into a profitable growth phase. Its Q2 2025 results highlight explosive revenue and earnings growth, improving cash flow, and a solid balance sheet with minimal debt. Despite seemingly high valuation ratios, the company's rapid financial expansion and expanding market potential justify investor optimism. With analysts projecting strong future growth and substantial upside, Delcath stands out as a promising investment opportunity in the rapidly growing oncology treatment sector. But remember, this is not a financial advice. What do you think about Delcath Systems? Are you buying, holding, or passing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss my next stock analysis. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.